to a plant.
Can we weigh out a few more options?
I guess. We die.
Not even listening to each other.
With a burning passion.
We don't need a magic bean to climb.
That's an airplane.
Sorry, just we don't need it. A magic bean.
Oh man.
Stranger Things Part 2.
Stranger Things Part 2 and big time spoiler warnings. Make sure you cut through everything before you listen to this, because I think we're just gonna hop right into it, right guys?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's been long enough. You guys should have watched it by now. Come on. And if you haven't, turn this off, really watch it, finish it. Actually, you know what? Spoiler free. Go ahead, Darkwayne, scale 1 to 10. Where do you rank Stranger Things as an entire series?
It's up there for me. I would give it a good 8.
Solid 8. Mariah Bain?
I would.
You know, because it had such a high, then it dove and then came back up, like, because I didn't like some of the middle stuff. It was kind of slow.
Season 3 got a little...
Season 3. But I mean, I'd probably put it with a good 7 or 8. I mean, it would be somewhere in the 7-8 range, maybe 7.5 if there's half in there in your rating.
You know, I was gonna give it a solid 8. Okay, a solid 8 out of 10, but the amount of time that they had the audacity to make us wait. If you would have taken Suzie out of there, solid 9, no problem. I hate Suzie with a burning passion. The worst character in any media. Get Suzie the hell out of here. A never-ending story? No, the story ends here. Suzie, GTFO, we don't want to see you season 5, and that, my friends, is the best part about season 5 is no fucking Suzie. Not that I feel strong about it, okay?
So how do you feel about Suzie?
You know, pretty good character, actually. I think she was very compelling, very deep, you know. Dusty Buns lady. Oh my god, no. Nope.
Yeah,
I thought you were going to talk about
right away from Suzie, please.
I thought you were going to talk about 8.
Oh yeah, 8 too. Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of that arc.
But then they brought her back for season 5.
It felt shoehorned in. Like, I don't know. They just dropped that arc completely for so long, and like,
she was pivotal for 11 escaping at the end, guys.
Yeah, no, I really liked how they brought her back in. I think that they the idea of planting her early on as someone that was going to be a surprise comeback, like made her seem like maybe she was insignificant in 3, only to bring her back. I think that I liked. I liked having this, like, it allowed for a twist that I didn't see. I tend to flush out twists in shows pretty early, and I didn't see that being her.
Well, yeah, because you didn't see the character for 8 years, John.
But I think them pretty fresh. But I just didn't. What I didn't like about season 3 wasn't so much that they encountered another one of the kids from the shop there, but was how they did it. I thought the costume designer in season 3 needed fired. I thought a lot of the interactions felt very just simplistic. It was overly simplistic and on the nose. I don't know. There was no nuance. A lot of Stranger Things had some really great nuance in the writing, and I liked that a lot. A lot of character emotions and heaviness, but I just didn't get that in season 3, because honestly, you know, and to Kim's point is, if it weren't for season 3, I would have rated it much higher. Season 3 just lowered the average to me. I don't hate Suzie. It's John. This John hates Suzie.
I hate Suzie.
Suzie saved the day. Suzie saved the day.
If it was anybody else, the day would have been saved quicker. And I think, you know what? I'm going to say Eddie. I'm going to say that We wouldn't have had any losses, actually. Nobody had to have died at any point in Stranger Things. I'm putting all of these deaths at the feet of Suzie. Yeah. For no good reason,
like Eddie,
other than I dislike
or Eddie Munson.
Like Eddie.
Yeah.
But Eddie decided to get killed by bats. It's okay.
Yeah.
Eddie was a phenomenal character, but I could Suzie. I was like hit or miss with her. I didn't feel I didn't like love her or hate her. She was just a character.
And how did Max graduate high school while she was in a coma for 2 years?
Well, that wasn't.
She wasn't a good student to begin with.
Yeah, but how long was it? Was it 2 years story wise, canonically in the story?
I think it was probably just a year. I'm thinking a year. I don't know if Dustin's ever been a grade A, in my opinion.
Ooh, that might be a spicy take. You don't like Dustin?
So Dustin was a critical character. He was the brains. I don't know.
The thing I don't like is the sudden, like, he's got it all figured out, all this wormhole stuff. And I know they talked to their physics teacher and like he taught them all the stuff, but him having this so high level of knowledge on physics, right, and then also being like the tech radio guy / he's the barbarian that runs out there and fights angrily. I don't know. I can see where that could get a little bit.
You know what it reminded me of was the same kind of mechanism of he was too powerful. With him and his like really intelligent, he was a cornerstone, and they needed some weakness to the team. And it reminded me of how they kind of like nerfed the Hulk for the entire Thanos interactions. Like, oh, it's too much power. We need to like nerf him down and make him afraid or some shit. And he doesn't want to change. But it's the same kind of thing. But at the same time, I qualified it with like, I think that Eddie was such a like a powerful character to Dustin. He spoke to something that Dustin had never had the bravery to live up to, and he just wanted to fill that role that was missing and fill that void. And I really thought he did that well. Huh. It was a kid making all the mistakes of learning how to balance newfound bravery with old fears. You know what I mean? He overcompensated horribly and he paid the price repeatedly. But I think that showed some kind of like the folly of youth when you're trying to pursue or do that kind of growing pain or change.
I don't know if I agree with Siren Storm's take.
Oh, I don't know. Dustin and Steve, I don't know. The age gap would make that a little creepy. What was that? What was the ice cream? Rockin' Robin.
Oh, yeah, Rockin' Robin.
Her commentary to Steve when Dustin came to the ice cream shop. Are you friends? Are all of your friends children? So funny.
That's funny.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, Robin, they are.
Yep.
Now, Robin's part of the group too.
Yep. Absolutely. I thought they were going to do the Cass arc with D&D and make that it kind of rhyme like that in that way, right? Where Cass was Vecna's vampire general guy. You know, Eddie got taken out by upside down vampire bats. Like I really wanted to see a moment he just comes in and fucks Vecna up. But
I thought that would have been great, but I also didn't mind that they left him dead because it is a very big thing that they do nowadays. Nobody stays dead anywhere. Comics, movies. So sometimes that cheapens the sacrifice that they made.
I hope the BBC does a Stranger Things version of the show, kind of like they did with The Office, right? Where they took Our Office and they like Britishized it a little bit. So they would take Stranger Things, and the new the TV title would be a bit odd, isn't it?
You know how many British people you just sent through the roof, right?
I know.
Them taking Our Office.
Look, I'm rage baiting for our YouTube clips. That's what that is.